Hey, if you're a Ghanaian or a Nigerian, I would suggest that you sit down so that you can protect your chest. You know, chest pains, you protect yourself from them. So, I know you guys celebrate at every little thing that we throw at you, even a dry bone. You guys, you run and you trip over your tripods, you set up, and then you talk about South Africa. Ooh, South Africa has done this. Ooh, South Africa this. Ooh, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa. The whole day, all week, all month, all year. Oh, by the way, it's working out. Remember how I told you that how you guys, when you speak about us, we get more and more popular. Even people that didn't even know that South Africa was a thing. Now, suddenly, when they see videos of South Africa and they were planning a trip, probably to Spain or to Italy or to Australia, now they redirect their vacation to South Africa thanks to you. Earlier this year, you guys were celebrating that tourism in South Africa is declining because of xenophobic attacks. And then I was like, I know my South Africa. Time will tell. Time will tell us who exactly the culprits have been in contributing to the illegality of the illegal foreigners in the country. What do you know? It's y'all. West Africans, y'all stop booking coming to South Africa for a holiday because we all know where this holiday ends up. Yeah, overstaying. That declined. You are right there. You never were a tourist. You are a coward that was fleeing your country, and then you manipulate the immigration processes of other countries by saying you are touring when you don't know the difference between traveling and fleeing, let alone tourism. Like, anyways, this is the part where I want you to sit down because check this out. Ooh, 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 ooh. What is that? Anti-migration protests have not kept tourists away from South Africa. Okay, I think enough of chest pain. Let's increase the screen. Because I already know that in West Africa, you guys are struggling with mental health issues. And I wouldn't want to be a contributor of your mental health issues, especially when there's no medication to take care of you. Here's the thing. You need to put some respect on South Africa. Because South Africa is God's country. And God will never tempt South Africa beyond what we can bear. Oh, I'm telling you that. God will never tempt us beyond what we can bear. Your evilness will never prevail over the goodness of South African people. So if you are having a chest pain, I would suggest that you walk up to your tap. Wait, but you guys, you don't have tap water. What do you have again? Sachets of pure water? Oh yeah, get yourself pure water. Take a cup or a mug. Put 2 teaspoons of sugar and half a teaspoon of salt. Mix the two. Drink it. It should help with your chest pains. Don't mess with us. Ever.
I'm still crazy, right? I'm still crazy in your eyes. Kali Crow of AfriForum. Kali Crow of AfriForum says, great news. March and March rejects politics. Says it plans to become an AfriForum for Black South Africans. We saw March and March going from business to business, and all of their different either franchise or whatever spin-off nonsense that they have. We saw them going business from business. Speaking, however, to the minority people of this country, the business owners, the real capitalists of this country, AfriForum was silent. We saw March and March sabotaging production of this country, the wealth of this country. They disrupted trucks. They disrupted everything. How many black people do we know own industries where you need to import stuff with trucks? How many black people we know who run the economy to that extent that they're exporting and importing? March and March disrupted that. Phakela Mthakathi disrupted that. Everything that has been happening disrupted that. AfriForum was silent. They said absolutely nothing. March and March went into factories. They went into farms. Disrupted entire employment. Employment where the people who look like this own those industries. AfriForum was silent. March and March creates a forum similar or with the same intention as AfriForum, as they are putting it. AfriForum celebrates. AfriForum celebrates the formation of a forum for black people. Think, but what to think? Cabanga, Nahana. Guys, use this. Think, when was the last, show me a freedom fighter that formed a movement that was against capitalists, a movement that was against the oppression of black people, a movement that was going to liberate black people. Show me one freedom fighter in history that has ever formed any movement that challenges them and they celebrate it. One. Yo. You really think AfriForum will celebrate you if they know what you are doing is a challenge to them? Guys, let's understand the basics. Let's understand the basics. You know the history of this country. You understand it clearly. We are the majority. We occupy 80 to 90% of the populace of this country. I'm talking about previously marginalized and dispossessed people. We form almost 90% of this country's census. They stripped us of everything that we have, our land, our resources, everything. We own 6% of productive land in this country. If we are to get more, where do you think we're going to get it from? If you just think, where do you think we're going to get the productive land from? The resources, everything, where do you think we're going to get it from? If we need to move from this 6%, guys, there's only a finite amount of land. There's only a finite amount of land that is available in this country. We don't get more land. The earth doesn't grow more land. If South Africa's not circumference but total area, let's hypothetically say it's 5 million square kilometers. We have 5 million square kilometers. That's all we have. There's nothing more. We can't get anything more than that. You understand that? By that very simple virtue, Mtomnyama, if we are going to move from 6% to any other number above 6%, we're going to have to take from somebody. You are telling me that that's somebody who went to the United States to tell lies about us, who today is busy bringing in crosses, white crosses in September. You're saying that person will celebrate anything that causes a threat to them. Think. Taki, think. Tabanga, man, tabanga. Just think for a second. Just be an independent. Just think for yourself. Why would the enemy celebrate their loss? If whatever it is Jacinta's going to do, guys, we can't get wealth. Listen, you can't get wealth. You can't get your wealth out of this country without retribution. Retribution, taking back what was stolen, is the only way we're going to uplift ourselves. They have a 6% unemployment because they own 70+% of the land, of productive land in this country. You understand that, right? It's the legacy of what was stolen. They own most of the mineral resources of this country. So in order for us to thrive and grow in this country, guys, we're going to have to take back what was stolen from us. And if the person who is sitting there with your land and your wealth, if you're doing something and they're like, very well done, do you really think you are a threat to them? Guys, like it's so impossible for you to understand that. Guys, really, like, is it so freaking difficult for you to understand the basics? This is basic. I don't, guys, I know you hate me. I appreciate that you hate me. I really do like the fact that I'm being hated by you, but I know that you hate me, but can you love yourself? Can you love your children? Jacinta is not leading you down the path of your success. If the enemy applauds her actions, there's no way that whatever it is that she's doing is going to be a threat to the enemy. The enemy doesn't congratulate you. If you imagine you have a gun to the enemy's head and he's like, well done. You're doing exactly what the enemy has done. And they're saying, good, start your own Black AfriForum. Because AfriForum really cares while they are busy trying to completely destroy your name. Trying to impose sanction on us. That very same people who are lying to the world about you. They're not just a neutral party. No, they're actively deceiving the world about South Africa. You're saying those people will celebrate you out of the kindness of their heart. Guys, good
day. Good day, everybody. I hope everyone is doing good. You know me, I'm always good. Me, I always have no problem. So in this video, I want us to get into this press briefing that March had yesterday in Durban. I want us to get to the details of the leader of March when she was addressing the nation of all the protests that were happening in South Africa on the 30th of June and after the 30th of June. So she was telling us her plans as the leaders of March, what is going to be happening tomorrow and after. So let us get into this and we break it down. And then I want us that after we have listened to what she is saying, the leaders of March, we will also get to her boss, Donald Trump, what he is saying in the United States of America. Because we have been telling everyone here in South Africa that March was sponsored by the United States of America and Israel. So right now, I have come with a proof to show you, everyone who is here in South Africa, that Jacinta Ngobese Zuma and Donald Trump, they are reading the same script. They are lying to everyone in the broad daylight. They go to the media and they lie. So let us get to what the leader of Match and Match was saying.
So today marks 34 days after the entire South Africa, particularly those who love their country, took to the streets. We had over 300 marches across the country, which resulted in over 200,000 South Africans taking to the streets on the same day. And we must categorically state that South Africans are not violent. South Africans are not xenophobic, and their cry is that of the soul of South Africa, and it must be protected. These protests were free from any violence. This was not occasioned by the wasteful expenditure and the dramatization of the people's pain by their very own government. We must state over and over again that there was no destruction of property, not because South Africans are scared of government or they're incapable, but there was no violation of the rights of foreign nationals, and it was not because of the police, but it was because South Africans love their country. They respect its laws, and we subscribe to the spirit of Ubuntu, and all that we want is the enforcement of the country's laws.
So this is what was happening yesterday in Durban, in the press briefing of Match and Match. What the leader of Match and Match is saying right now is that all the protests that were here in South Africa, and they were peaceful. No shops were vandalized. No shops were looted. Nobody was killed. No one was intimidated. No kids from Malawi and their parents were kicked out into the streets because WANA, as an organization, they value Ubuntu. Do you understand? And all those things. So what she's saying, what she's basically saying right now is that whatever we saw with our own eyes, our eyes were lying to us. We did not see the correct things. And when all these marches were happening, when all the people, the Africans were getting assaulted, when some of the Malawians were getting killed in Durban, being beaten by sticks, all the media houses that were sharing all those videos, all the politicians, the ANC politicians and the police, when they were busy telling the people of South Africa to not take the law into their own hands, Bofikile Mbalula and all those things, she's basically telling us that all those things are lies. Everything was peaceful. Do you understand? That's what she's saying. She's basically lying in broad daylight right now. So these are politicians. This is what they do. They lie in broad daylight because they don't care about anyone else. They don't care about what is true. What is true is what they say with their mouth. Do you understand? So now I want us to get into what Donald Trump is saying in the United States, because Donald Trump as well also had a press briefing yesterday where they were asking him, what is happening in Iran? Do you understand? So right now, let us listen to what Donald Trump is saying, and then let us listen to what the Iran is saying, the government of Iran, what they are saying. And then now you will get to understand when we say that Jacinta is an agent of the United States of America. Jacinta was trained by the Americans to come and cause instability here in this country, to come and destabilize this country and create chaos here in this country, because she was enrolled under the cause of the role of media in the age of disinformation, which means the role of the media in this age of us telling lies to the people, in this age of us lying to the people. So right now, let us listen to what Donald Trump is telling the Americans.